Hello students, welcome to my SPM segment. Today we are going to revise SPM Paper 1, Directed Writing. In this episode, I'll be sharing with you the exam format and requirements for SPM English Paper 1, Directed Writing, the analysis of topics that appeared in previous SPM papers for Directed Writing, and writing tips for SPM English Paper 1, Directed Writing. Exam format. There are two writing tasks in Paper 1 of the SPM English Language Examination. In Section A of Paper 1, you are required to complete a directed writing task. The objective of this task is to assess students on the ability to express thoughts, feelings and ideas, sequence facts, ideas and opinions, use a range of appropriate vocabulary, write in a suitable style and tone, and write accurately with no spelling, punctuation and grammatical errors. There is only one question and it is compulsory for students to answer this question. Unlike Section B, no choices will be given for this question, so students must read the question carefully and follow the instructions given. In this section, a stimulus will be given. It can be in the form of notes, pictures, flowcharts, graphs, maps, diagrams, and so on. Based on the stimulus given, you are required to write an essay. Depending on the instructions, the essay can be in the form of a speech, a report, an article, or a formal or informal letter. This section is worth 35 marks. According to this table, this is how the marks are divided. A maximum of 3 marks will be allocated for adhering to the format. 12 marks are allocated for content and 20 marks are allocated for language. Since the bulk of the marks come from language, you have to ensure that your language is accurate and written in a style that is suitable for the task. For example, if you are writing a formal letter or a speech, the language register must be formal. On the other hand, if you're writing a story or a narrative essay, you have to write in a creative manner that captures the reader's attention with description and literary devices. Let's study the marking scheme for language. Generally, students' scripts will be placed in grades A for excellent pieces of writing and U3 for unrecognizable work. In order to achieve grade A in your directed writing, take note of the criteria that are assessed. As much as possible, you should practice writing so that you achieve all these criteria. Language is accurate except for first draft slips. No grammatical mistakes, effective use of varied sentence structures, vocabulary is sophisticated and precise, spelling and punctuation are accurate and helpful, and paragraphs have unity and are well linked. It may sound difficult, but with a lot of practice and determination, I'm sure you can do it. Analysis of topics. Every year, students are given different instructions on types of essay and topics. This table highlights the essay format that had appeared from 1997 to 2014. 5 different types of essays have been asked in Section A. They were article, formal letter, informal letter, report, and speech. Out of these 5 essay formats, informal letter was the most popular. It appeared 5 times in 2000, 2005, 2006, 2010, and 2012. Article writing is the second most popular essay format. It appeared in 1997, 2001, 2008, and 2014. Formal letter appeared in 1998, 2003, and 2013. Report appeared in 1999, 2004, and 2009, while speech appeared in 2002, 2007, and 2011. So in order to play it safe, students should learn all 5 essay formats as we do not know for sure which essay formats will appear again in the next SPM. However, it would be wise to pay extra attention to the article writing and informal letter, as they had appeared the most number of times in the past. Read and understand the instructions. It is very crucial that you read and understand completely what the question wants you to do. Normally, the question will tell you what type of essay you are supposed to write. So pay attention to the phrase, write a. This will help you to identify the format of the essay you are required to write. As soon as you have identified the format of the essay, you can start searching for other information that you need to include in the essay. For example, let's look at Paper 1, Section A in 2014. Crime prevention is everyone's responsibility. Your teacher has asked you to write an article for your school magazine on how to ensure safety in the neighborhood. Using the information in the poster below, write your article. So what can we understand from this question? From the line, write your article, we know that you are required to write an article. Highlight these words so that you will have a clearer picture of your essay format. Remember, writing your essay in a wrong format will result in your marks being deducted. Based on this question, we also know that this article should be written for your school magazine. So make sure you address your fellow schoolmates when you are writing your essay. Next, the topic for this essay is on how to ensure safety in the neighborhood. This should be the foundation of all your points and elaboration when you are writing your essay. So develop your points and elaboration around this topic. And lastly, you have to use all the points provided in the poster. This is important because each of the points will carry 1 mark. In addition, you must also expand your points and provide an elaboration or examples. The second part of the question will also give you some pointers about the essay formats and the number of points you should write in your essay. For example, let's look at Paper 1, Section A in 2014. When writing your article, you must give your article a title, include the name of the writer, use all points given, suggest 2 other ways school children can stay safe on the way home. The first 2 instructions give you a hint about the essay format. First, you are required to give your article a title. For example, let's fight crime together. Fighting crime is our responsibility. Or, crime prevention is everyone's responsibility. Sometimes, students spend way too much time coming up with a suitable title for their essay. This is such a waste of time. The trick is to use the simple title which suits your topic. You can also use phrases from the question as your title. As long as you have a suitable title for your essay, you will be awarded 1 mark by the examiner. Secondly, you have to include the name of the writer at the bottom of your title. So just write your own name and you'll be awarded with another mark by the examiner. However, the last instruction for the essay format is not provided in the question. So what should we do? To obtain the last mark for the format, you have to end your essay with a concluding paragraph. This is where you sum up all your points and present your conclusion. You can begin your paragraph with phrases like, in conclusion, as a conclusion, or to conclude. It is important to start your concluding paragraph with these phrases. By beginning your last paragraph with these phrases, the examiner will know that you are writing your concluding paragraph. Hence, you will be awarded with another mark for format. Apart from reminding you to use all the points given in the poster, the question also requires you to suggest 2 other ways school children can stay safe on the way home. In general, you will be provided with 12 points in the question. However, there are times when there are only 10 points provided in the question. Hence, students are required to come up with their own points. Normally, students tend to overlook this part of the question. They will just elaborate on 10 points given, but they forget to add 2 of their own points. As a result, they lose 2 marks for content. So what can we conclude from this section? It always pays off to examine your question thoroughly. So read the question carefully and understand what the question wants from you. By doing so, you will be able to score full marks for format and content. Use all the notes given. As I have mentioned before, you must include all of the points given in the question. The total amount of marks allocated for directed writing is 35. And out of 35 marks, 12 marks are given for contents which have already been provided in the question. So how do you use the points given to write an essay? Well, that's easy. You just have to write a full-length sentence using the points given. In this case, some of the suggested ways to prevent crime in Paper 1, Section A 2014 are martial arts, whistle, and pepper spray. In order to gain marks for your content, you can write the points in full sentences such as: you can prevent crime and defend yourself from harm by learning martial arts. You should keep a whistle and use it to alert people when a crime happens. Or you can write, keeping a pepper spray is a good way to defend yourself from unexpected attacks. By writing your points like this, you will be awarded 3 marks for content. However, weak students tend to string the points together to make them look like a sentence. For example, they may write, you should learn martial arts, use a whistle, and pepper spray. It should be noted that no marks will be awarded for this type of sentence. So always remember to write your points in a full sentence in order to gain marks for content. Apart from writing your points in a full sentence, you must also add some elaboration. This is important to secure your content marks, as well as to boost your language marks, which is 20 out of 35. You don't have to write a long or detailed elaboration. Any additional information which is relevant to the points should be good enough for you to gain extra marks. For example, you can write, you can prevent crime and defend yourself from harm by learning martial arts. This is important so you can protect yourself from any attack. You should bring a whistle and use it to alert people when a crime happens. The sound will definitely alert any bystanders nearby. Or you can write, keeping a pepper spray is a good way to defend yourself from unexpected attacks. A pepper spray will disorientate the attacker and give you enough time to flee from the scene. You only have 45 minutes for this question, so manage your time wisely. So how can you manage your time wisely when you're writing your essay? First, you should allocate 10 minutes of your time for planning. Planning is a really important stage when writing your essay. This is where you brainstorm, expand your points, and map out your ideas. When planning your essay, it is important for you to come up with a framework. A framework is the backbone of your essay. It will guide you and give you a sense of direction when you are writing. Writing your essay without a framework is like walking in the dark. When brainstorming for your framework, remember to write the basic idea of your points and their elaborations. This is to ensure that you won't be wasting any time thinking about them when you are writing your essay. Sometimes, students get too preoccupied when writing their essay. This normally happens when they don't have a solid framework. As a result, they spend more time than what they are supposed to. So remember to plan your time wisely and prepare a solid framework before you start writing your essay. Next, you should allocate 30 minutes of your time for writing. When writing your essay, make sure you use all of the points given in the question. You must also write your points in a full sentence and provide an elaboration for each point. This is the main key to obtain high marks for your content and language. And lastly, you should spend 5 minutes of your time to check for errors or grammatical mistakes. Even if you are a good writer, any spelling errors or grammatical mistakes will bring down your marks for language. This normally happens to students with poor time management skills. So make sure that you stick to your time limit so that you will have enough time to check your essay before you hand it in. Now, I have several tasks for you. Task 1. What were the tips that you found really useful? Jot them down in the tree map to help you remember when you revise. Task 2. Use this tree map in the worksheet to help you come up with the elaboration and examples for the points. This tree map will help you organize your points before you start writing. Give it a try. I hope you have learnt new things from this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Till next time, bye!